Hello, all of my YouTube friends. And in this video, we are talking about Season 4, Episode 7 of Snowpiercer. In last week's episode, I mentioned that there was a lot of small little things happening, and it really does pay off in this week's episode. As usual, I'm not going to break down the entire scene per scene episode, but I will talk about what grabbed my attention. First off, last week, Layton and Wilford, that I was really surprised that they were going to collaborate together, were locked off in a section of the silo or the bunker, and they came across this Asian woman. We discovered that this Asian woman is the true admiral, and he decided to lock them in there and experiment with the black smoke. So that's how apparently he got his promotion. And then we discover that Melanie is back, and although I'm really happy to see her back, I don't really enjoy the fact that you're going through three-quarters of a season without one of your main stars. I still think that they should have put like a minute here, a minute there in every second episode just to let us know that she's still part of the show somehow. But in any case, I was happy to see her back. So she's back at the bunker at the silo, and it doesn't take her too long to discover that Alexandra is back at the silo and Layton and certain others. I've mentioned this a couple of times. There's certain scenes that I don't know if it was because of the writer's strike or because of budget reasons. There's just such certain scenes that don't actually add up. Like in last week's episode, Layton and Wilford are blocking off the elevator so that the soldiers are not able to come down, where it was revealed at the end of the episode that it was Alexandra that was coming down in the elevator. And somehow they, MacGyver a couple of things and keep the soldiers at bay. And yet Melanie is able to use the stairwell to come down and meet up with Wilford and Layton. So I was really happy to see all three of them reunited at last. Kind of sad that it took 7 episodes, but still, it is what it is. I'm happy to see that happening on screen. In last week's episode, I also covered that a certain amount of crew members managed to get away with Big Alice and they're heading back to the settlement. They get on the radio with the settlement and they discover that there are some bombs in the hills, but that they haven't checked out the tracks yet, so it's probably better for Big Alice to just take a pause and break on the tracks there while they check out to see if there's any bombs. Turns out that there are bombs, and we don't really see it happening, but we see it from afar, a big plume of smoke. So, unfortunately, we lost another member of the crew this week. Personally, it was kind of somebody important to, the settlement, so I'm not happy to see him go. So now back to my favorite trio. Layton explains what is going on to Melanie and Wilford, and they all decide to split up and go their own ways. Melanie catches up to her daughter Alexandra. They exchange what's been going on, and unfortunately, Alexandra kind of has to tell her mother that Ben passed away, which is a really hard moment for Melanie to swallow. She does need to take her time and absorb what is going on. They also talk about the fact that these bubbles are not all what they seem, and they are actually radioactive and bad for everybody's health, which leads to some more things a little bit later on in the show. Initially, I would have expected that either Wilfred or the Admiral was the big baddie this season. Turns out that we have another baddie, which I will get to very shortly. But first, Wilfred goes and meets up with the Admiral. The Admiral takes him to a level, is very cold, and thinking that this will kill Wilfred, surprised to discover that Wilfred himself has been going through the black smoke treatment. He is immune, not immune, but resistant to the cold, and manages to outfox the Admiral. So the Admiral says goodbye to us in this show. So that was something that I was not expecting. I was expecting this to be the season reveal, but turns out that it happens in this show. Then we have Leighton finding Josie, finding the doctor that kidnapped his daughter. The doctor, for some reason, gives the baby back to Leighton. So, from my understanding, is that they didn't experiment on the daughter, but they're using her blood to provide a cure for the cold. Shortly after this scene, Leighton hooks up with Wilford, but still Leighton has so much animosity and anger towards Wilford, which is understandable. This scene kind of surprised me because Wilford decides to off himself in a CIA fashion. I was not expecting this, and I'm still not really convinced that he's truly dead. Like, I'm just a normie. I haven't read the book, so I'm just watching the show for what it is. And for some reason, I'm still not convinced that he is truly dead. Then we get to the big baddie of the season, where Melanie, Alexandra, and the scientists all meet up on the train. Alexandra heads towards the control room, and the scientists and Melanie have an exchange where Melanie's trying to explain that we can't launch these missiles just yet. We still need to change something because it's radioactive. It's not good. It's going to probably kill everything on the surface of the planet. And within two lines, the scientist shows his frustration with Melanie. He doesn't want to listen to the facts. And he mentions that it's been 15 years that he's been working on this project. And Melanie's just like, well, the Ice Age happened 9 years ago. How is it that he's been working 15 years on this? And then it clicks. This guy is responsible for the Ice Age in the first place. The missiles that were launched that caused the end of the world were of his work. And he hasn't learned his lesson, and he thinks that whatever created this situation will also be the solution to it. So, like a broken toy, we discover that this is the big baddie this season and that this guy is truly nuts. I never liked him, but I never thought that this is what we are heading towards the show off at the end of the season. So there you are, folks. My review of this show this week. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. But that is just my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments down below. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe. If you didn't like it, thank you so much for listening this long. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Until then, check these out.